my gosh. This is amazing.
So you're probably wondering how we ended up drinking hot chocolate on a glacier in the remote mountains of Alaska. Well, let's start back at the beginning. We drove about 5 hours from Anchorage to Chitina, and it felt like forever because there was so much construction, but the views were breathtaking the entire way. And then we finally made it to the Chitina airport.
Airport is a strong word. It's basically a landing strip that we're gonna take Wrangell Mountain Air to Wrangell-St. Elias National Park.
It's a tiny plane.
I know. It's so cute. Hi.
From there, we boarded a tiny bush plane with Wrangell Mountain Air to take about a 30-minute flight to McCarthy. Sadly, our weather wasn't the best for our flight. We thought these views were good until we flew back on a clear day. And trust me, wait till the end of the video because it's incredible. But it was still so beautiful seeing all these mountain views and glacier views from the sky. Also, you may be wondering, can't you just drive to McCarthy? Well, the short answer is yes and no. There is a road that goes there, but it is strongly advised against driving it because it's pretty rough. In fact, many rental cars won't even allow you to drive on the road because people tend to get multiple flat tires. So it's really not advised by anyone, including locals, to have tourists drive this road. So they definitely recommend flying to McCarthy. Plus, it's a lot quicker and more scenic.
Just landed in McCarthy, and now we are going to take a shuttle to our lodge. We just checked into the Kennecott Lodge where we're going to be staying tonight. This cute little room. We don't have a private bathroom, so there are some public shared bathrooms down each of the halls. We have a little sink, and it's super rainy right now, but we have a beautiful view of the glacier. Such a cute little place. They do have this community room where you can come and hang out. And it has beautiful views, of course, like everywhere else here, of the mountains and the glacier. So we're currently walking, I think, on the main road in the historic town, and our lodge is just right up here on the hill. So we're walking around historic Kennecott, and all of the buildings are red as part of like the historic, I don't know what you call, requirements. We learned that. And also all of the buildings that are open to the public, you can go in and learn more about the history and read some signs, but we can't film inside. So you're not gonna see anything on the insides, but just the exteriors. This is honestly crazy how remote this town is and how like built up it was like 100 years ago.
There's a lot of money in the mines.
Yeah, on our flight over, we also like flew over one of the historic mines. It's now obviously ruins. What do you call it? Defunct. Yeah. But anyways, it's like crazy just learning about the history of places and how they became so popular and how difficult it was to get here in modern day. So you can imagine how much more difficult it was 100 years ago when this place was poppin'. Also, this is all glacier, but it's covered in like dirt and rocks. We thought it was just like belted glacier, but it's still the glacier underneath it. We noticed that on the flight over.
We think this is where they would bring all the copper that they mined from inside down the chute and load it up on the train tracks here and then send it back to the mainland.
Yeah, this was the train depot Caleb was reading. And then we haven't gotten to these signs yet, but that's what we're inferring based off our little knowledge of mining, would you say?
Yes.
Just came across this warning sign, which is slightly alarming. So I'm glad we haven't touched anything, and we're definitely going to stay on all of the designated roads.
We're pondering how the original people that built the mine found this place in the first place.
Yeah.
Haven't got an answer.
It's always so crazy to us just thinking about people that chose to settle in certain areas and how they found those resources, because we're like super remote, as I've said, so it's crazy. I'm not sure if you can read this sign on the video. It says, warning, unstable explosives, extreme danger, keep away. Oh my, definitely backing away now. Okay, so we just did a lot of reading on some of the signs and we gained some more knowledge.
Yeah, just talked about the discovery of it and then what happens when they mine it and then how they get it down the mountain and on a train and then on a steamship to Washington.
Yeah. So right behind us, this like big building into the thing that like went down. This is the mill, not the mine. Everything was mined in the mountains. I think elsewhere, from what we understand, there was a lot of different trails, and they also took trams up to, or what are they called, cable cars?
Cable trams, yeah.
Cable trams up to the mining sites, and then they were sent to the mill, which is what is behind us, and then from the mill sent to Washington, Tacoma, Washington, like Caleb said. And then they had like, this is the bunkhouse over here, they had a school, and they had some other obviously important buildings for the town. But it was super cool learning more about the history, so definitely recommend going inside and reading all of the signs, which is Caleb's favorite thing to do. They do offer guided tours of the mines, but unfortunately with our schedule and itinerary, we didn't have time to do the mine tour and the glacier hike that we're doing tomorrow. Wow. The view really opens up. This is so cool. We just finished up walking around the town and we were about to head back to our lodge.
Maybe take a little nap or something.
Yeah. But dinner is at 7. There's a set dinner time. We all eat in like the little dinner room. It looks super cute.
Excited for our hike tomorrow to walk on the glacier. We've never done that before, so that'll be fun first.
Yeah, we've never hiked on a glacier. We've seen glaciers a decent amount of times on different national parks and tours, but never hiked on one. I'm honestly a little nervous. About to go to bed, and the light looks like it did in the middle of the daylight. It's not gotten very dark here, and the view I still can't get over. You can see the whole glacier, stunning mountains. This honestly may be the best view that we've ever had from a hotel room. Woke up to blue skies today, which is incredible. We haven't seen any in our whole 10 days that we've been in Alaska.
There's a 16,000 foot mountain over there.
She said it was Mount Blackburn, I think?
Yeah, it's pretty large. Hopefully when we hike to the glacier, we'll be a little closer and can get a better angle.
It is stunning, exciting. This morning we are doing about a 6-mile hike to Root Glacier.
We're doing it with a tour company in town, so we'll have a guide, which will be nice.
Yeah, we've never hiked on a glacier, so we were like, maybe let's hire a guide this first time so we know where to step. Yeah, it should be a fun day. It'll be probably about 5 or 6 hours.
And the tour is with St. Elias Alpine Guides.
And as we mentioned earlier, it is blue skies. It is so stunning everywhere we look. There's just beautiful mountain views, even more than what we saw yesterday. So it should be a really good day to be out on the glacier. So yesterday, this mountain, we could not see it because of the clouds. They said it was 19,000 feet, is that correct? 16,000 feet. Mount Blackburn, we believe, is the name of the mountain. And it is gorgeous from overlooking from the mill. We were just told about another mountain peak that we can see, which is Mount Wrangell, right there on the other side of Kennecott. Getting our crampons fitted for the glacier part of the hike.
Heel in first, and then toe down. Great.
Trails starting to open up, and you can see this is Mount Blackburn, right? Over here.
Blackburn's that big white mountain there.
Blackburn.
Donahoe's in the middle.
Oh, so cool!
Black line is a medial moraine, middle rock, and it's separating the Root Glacier, which is closest to us, and then the Kennecott Glacier is on the other side, going all the way across.
That's so awesome. So there's actually 2 glaciers that we're looking at.
2
Maybe
glaciers.
more.
There's a 3rd glacier behind Donahoe Peak called Gates Glacier.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, we just can't see it.
That's so cool. Making our way out of the trees and hiking over to the glacier. It's really sunny and starting to open up. So cool how much you can see. All along the hillside there's these really cute fuzzy flowers. They're called dryas, we've learned. And they're just so fluffy. They're literally covering everywhere down to the glacier. So this glacier right here is Root Glacier, and that is where we are hiking down to go onto and hike out on the glacier. Getting ready to hike out onto the glacier, so putting on our crampons so we don't slip and fall. Hiking up the glacier, it's crazy. This is the second tallest ice field in the world.
Icefall.
Icefall,
Yep,
Icefall.
yep.
Second to...
The Kumbha Falls off of Everest.
Just let her talk. She knows all the info. But it's really big, that's the point. Found another glacier pool, blue pool, seeing how deep it goes.
I feel like it kind of curves around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
maybe it
way.
goes under here.
It's like a dark abyss down there.
Yeah. Came across a waterfall on the glacier. Super, super huge, actually. Winding, carving its way down. All the way over there. You can't even see where it ends.
Pretty sweet.
This one used to be the one we would drop people down into to climb out of last year.
Oh!
But it's filled with water since, so we can't.
Oh, I was like, people went in, it's underwater.
What?
Scuba diving.
Like we would
here.
drown people and then...
No, that is a thing. I don't know. I just think it's interesting because that's how much like the glacier moves and opens up.
Changes.
This never existed last year.
So crazy. And she had just said I wasn't recording. People take scuba gear and can scuba dive inside of a glacier. Probably pretty rare, right?
Yeah, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's such a niche hobby.
It's pretty sweet. Very blue. You're doing great, sweetie.
Thanks. Gotta move super slow out here. I look like a ungraceful duck, I'm sure. This is a blue pool. This is a good swimming one. Caleb, you gonna jump in?
I don't know. I didn't bring the right supplies.
I think you should do it.
I think I'm okay. If I'd have prepared a little more.
It's super pretty.
It is icy.
Icy. And honestly, that doesn't surprise me. We are on a glacier. You can drink the water coming off the glacier. Just be really, I'm sure, cold and clean. This is so cool. Tastes good. Up on this ridge line, you definitely won't be able to see it probably, but there's Erie Mine, which is what we flew over yesterday on the plane. And then up in these kind of like mountains over here, there's a few more mines that you can actually hike to, which is super cool.
So this is a glacier mouse. These things are made up of like 10 to 15 moss and lichens. And they are the creatures that basically will like eat rocks.
What?
I don't think you can see
I
some
wanna
of the
see the
rock in
rock.
there. The more rocks they eat, the bigger they get. You can find glacier mice as big as your head, sometimes bigger even.
That's so crazy.
Other cool things about these is that they'll move up the glacier, and then they also move in packs. So you'll never see them alone.
Oh my god. Wait,
There's
this is
always a couple of them.
Like,
the craziest thing I've ever heard of. It's fuzzy, kind of. That is so wild. So we just hiked down to a different part of the glacier that the guys call Waterfall Valley. It's so beautiful. You can see the water just curving, making different paths down the glacier.
time for some lunch.
Oh yeah, we're having lunch here, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yay!
Stopped for lunch and we just got a surprise treat of coffee and hot chocolate.
Yes! I'm so excited to try this. We got our sack lunches from the lodge, and we have this really comfy, nice glacier couch is what it's called. And we're just gonna hang out and enjoy. Just getting our water for our hot chocolate and coffee fresh from the glacier. This is luxury 10-star service right here. I'm so excited for this. Yum! What a way to warm up on the glacier.
So fun.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing. Cheers. So we just had the most incredible lunch and have been hiking out on the glacier for, I don't know, an hour or two? How long have we been out here?
3 hours.
Oh my god, we've been out here for 3 hours. Well, we've been having such a good time. I didn't realize how much time had passed. But now we're about to head back to the lodge. So we're gonna keep hiking on the glacier till we get back in the tree line.
We're gonna take our flight home.
Yeah, it's been an incredible day on the glacier and we've had the best guide ever. We love her. So our time in Alaska has sadly come to an end.
Yeah.
We had the most incredible hike out on Root Glacier.
Had a fantastic guide, Tessa, with St. Elias Alpine Guides.
Yeah, she was seriously the best. She was so fun to be with. It ended up being just the two of us, which was so fun. And we seriously had the best time with her. Cannot recommend them enough. I think our experience was like 10 times better than it would have been if we'd done it on our own. Because you can do it on your own, but she had so much knowledge and expertise and just fun things to share throughout the whole hike and actually on the glacier. And now we're about to take a bush plane back to Chitina from McCarthy.
Yep, and then drive to Anchorage and then fly home tomorrow.
Yes, but the flight today should be super scenic. Yesterday was really rainy and overcast, but today it is a beautiful, clear day. So hopefully we'll have even more like incredible flight.
Mm-hmm. Also, there's a lot of bear activity out here. We didn't see any, so we went 0 for 10 on seeing bears in the wild. We saw some from the boat in Glacier Bay, but in terms of seeing any on land, didn't happen.
Caleb's pretty disappointed about it.
A little bit.
Yeah, it is crazy. We've been in the Alaskan wilderness for almost 10 days and we've yet to see a bear other than from the boat. This is the plane that we took over and we are going to take back to Chitina. It is incredible how different the views look today because it is so beautiful. You can see the ice field that we were over on the glacier and so many incredible mountains. And it was so foggy when we flew in yesterday, we didn't see any of this. This is a little waiting area for our flights. Such a beautiful day.
They have different wheels, bigger.
So we just landed back in Chitina.
The flight was a totally different experience.
It was incredible. The views were insane. We had no idea all of the mountains that we were missing out on the way there.
Basically mountain ranges for miles and miles.
Yeah.
Saw Mount Logan, which is a 19,000 foot peak.
And we saw Mount, is it
Drum.
Elias? Mount Wrangell?
Mount Wrangell, yeah.
But yeah, we saw endless mountains. It was insane. So, wow. What a perfect ending to our trip. Couldn't be happier.
There's so many bugs on our windshield, but the views are just absolutely incredible right now. The trees are about to block them too. There's just endless mountains everywhere we look right now. If you enjoyed watching, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below to stay up to date on all the latest national park adventures. Sad. We were trying to take a picture with the visitor's sign for Wrangell-St. Elias. It's right behind these trees. You can literally see it right here. And we can't get there. Oh, how sad. There's the sign.